In this video, we are going to be taking a look at how we can check our product's history, including our stock inbound and outbound and our movements around the warehouse. So what we're going to do is, for our first way of checking, we are going to go to Products and Overview. When we come through to here, we are going to go to Actions and Manage Inventory on our product we'd like to view. We'll then be taken through to our Manage Inventory page, where we can scroll over to the right hand side. When we come over to here, we will see our two individual reports. So we have stock flow and stock movement. So first we're going to click into stock flow. When we come through to this one, this is going to show us the history of our product and how our stock has been adjusted for this item. Up the top, we have different filters. So we have a flow filter where you can adjust the flow that you view on your report. We then also have our date range filters that we can apply. So if you only wanted to view for a specific time frame, you can then filter that down to that time frame. And then on the right, we have include extra info. This will show you if you've had any batch numbers, best before dates, or serial numbers adjusted against these product stock levels. Then down below, we can then check our flow of our products. So depending on which flow we have, if we have all, we will see every flow of the product, whether it's been booked in, booked out, allocated to orders, or scrapped. So as we can see at the very top here, I have had two of my items booked in. I can see the reason field will show why it was booked in. So if you leave a comment, whether you're booking inventory or if it's allocating to an order or it's an order return, you will be able to see that in the reason field. We can then see our new stock level after this stock was adjusted, our allocated level to orders, our on-hand level, and our off-hand level. Then on the right-hand side, we can see the user that made the adjustment and when they made that adjustment. To perform an Excel export of this one, you're able to tick the movements and export those to a CSV by pressing go. To enable you to see your order allocations within your stock flow, you would need to go to the camera icon at the top right hand side, click into user settings. Then from here, if you go to your product overview defaults, there is a setting in here that show allocation stock flow in product history. So then when you're on your stock flow report, you'll be able to see your order allocations. If I now go back to the manage inventory screen, below our stock flow, we have our stock movement report. If I click into this one, this will then show me all of my movements within my warehouse for this product. So I can see that it was moved from 11A to 11C, and I had two of them moved. And then if there are any comments left against that, you will be able to see those comments here. And again, you get your date and time of when it was done, and then the user that made the adjustment for you. If we press our back to product inventory button, this will then take us back through to where we went to manage our inventory. On here, we have some different tabs up on the right hand side of the page. So the first one that we're on is our inventory. So in here, we can see our product stock levels and the different stages that it is sat in within our system. We then have our unallocated tab. So in here, this will show you what stock you have and where it sits within the warehouse. So if you wanted to get an overview of a specific product and the locations that it sits within in the warehouse, then you can view that one from here. We then have our order allocations. So in here, you can see your products that are allocated to orders, which orders they're allocated to, what status they're in, and how many are allocated to that order. We then have back orders. This will show you any back orders in the system that you have stock for this product assigned to. So you can view the order numbers, order status, and the quantities allocated to back order. And then finally, we have our on order tab, which will show you any ASNs that this item is sat on and how many we are awaiting to be delivered. If we wanted to view our stock flow report at a high level for all of our products, we can go to Reports on our left-hand menu, into Overview, and up the top we will see our product usage report. Up the top we have the similar filters to what we saw on the individual product stock flow report. We have the flow option, we have our date ranges, and our include extra info. We then also above have a product filter, so if we did want to filter down to a specific product, we are able to do so from here. And then if we had multiple warehouses, we can then also filter by the different warehouses as well. So if I scroll down, we then see the same view that we saw in the individual product, except we will see it for all of our products. So we can see that I have had my SKU unallocated from an order. So if I just scroll across to the right, so we can see that one, we can see that I unallocated one from the order, and it then moved it back into stock. And I can see the reason field is the order number that was unallocated from. And same again, it will show you your user that unallocated the stock. And if I scroll again to the right, we can then see the date and time that was performed. If I now go back to my reports overview, we also have got a warehouse stock movement report. Similar to our stock movement that we have at an individual product level, we have got our stock movements for all of our products within our warehouse. So we can see the source location, the destination warehouse, destination location, and the quantity adjusted. And again, if there are any comments left, then we can see those there. And if we scroll across to the right-hand side, we can also see the date and time and the user that made that movement. Up the top, we also have warehouse filters and a date to filter from, so that we can adjust and filter our dates. Thank you very much for watching.